Okay. Can you guys hear me? All right. Can you guys hear me okay? I think we're live. I think we're ready to go. All right. Where's everybody from? Let me know. Where's everybody from? Um, cool. I had the mic turned off apparently. All right. We're good to go now. Cool. So where's everybody from? Give me a shout out. All right. We got Phoenix, Texas, North Carolina, Ohio, California, San Diego, Washington, D.C., California, Draper, Utah. Nice. I'm in Linden, Utah. Los Angeles, Miami, DC. Eric from Louisville, Florida. Oh, we got people from all over the place. Awesome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. So while we're kind of waiting for people to get in, I have a couple polls for you guys. And the first one is, how much camera experience do you guys have? Just kind of like basic camera settings. Here we go. I'm starting this poll right now. There's a little bit of a delay, so sorry about that, guys. Cool. We got Mexico, Mississippi. Cool. All right. All right, so we got the tallies coming in here. They're coming in. So we got about 50%. Here, we'll just give it another second here. So we can get people coming in. 54 somewhat experienced, 14 somewhat. Okay, so it looks like we got a few very experienced people and a lot of people that don't know very much, but then we got a big chunk of people who kind of know maybe a few of the settings and stuff like that. So here we go. Okay, let's do one more question while we're just kind of waiting for people to get in here. We got quite a few people coming in right now. This is awesome. Okay, so I'm going to do one more poll. I'm going to end that poll right there so you guys should be able to see that. And let's do our next poll. We're going to do, how much drone experience do you guys have? How much experience do you have flying drones? So here we go. Okay, I got that one up right now so you guys should be able to see that. Cool. Dimitri says he's got 25 years of experience. That's pretty insane. That's a lot of experience. I've got about, how much video experience? 2001-ish? 15 years. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so we got the tallies coming in right now. I'm going to go ahead and end that right now. Okay, so ending that. So you guys should be able to see that right now. And is audio still good, guys? Someone said something about audio. Let me know. Sorry, I got some water here for my throat. All right, so we got 5% very experienced, 90% experienced, 39% somewhat experienced, 37% none. So we got more people that aren't quite there on the drone thing yet. So so much on the camera side, kind of getting into the drone. So awesome. Okay, you guys say you hear me fine. Rock and roll. All right, who's ready to get started? Just give me a yes if that sounds good. Okay, sweet. So I just wanted to congratulate you guys on being here. I'm a huge proponent of online learning. I'm self-taught with pretty much everything I do, whether I'm learning from someone else online or just searching the web. And just wanted to, congratulate you guys on being here. Hopefully we can learn some good stuff, and I'm super excited. So let's get started, guys. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here. See that on your screen right now? Yes, welcome, guys. We're going to talk about the different steps you need to take to be able to make money with your drone. So let's do this. Let's do this thing. Also, I have one of my employees. He is on support, so he's going to be helping you guys out, stuff like that. But we'll go through some of the stuff right now. So here we go. Okay, a few things before we start. Write your questions down because I'm going to be going over questions at the very end. I'll stick around for a good, 15, 20 minutes. I'll answer any questions you guys have. Make sure you close other programs. This can be taxing on the system, take up a lot of stuff. Like I said, Q&A. And if you look at the bubble on the chat, you can either do a Q&A question or you can do a regular chat. If you want to ask a question, you can do that. I can't guarantee to get to it through the presentation because I'll be focused on this, but at the very end, I'll try and get to as many of those as I can. Make sure you take notes. I'll be going through material really, really fast. And if you can watch from a computer, this is a newer webinar software I'm using right now that might do better on mobile devices. So if you're on a mobile device, let me know if you guys are having good results or not. That would be great. And last but not least, this is not legal advice. We'll be talking about the FAA and some of that kind of stuff. There's nothing too hardcore about this stuff. It's way better than it used to be. So we'll be talking about that. And also, since you guys are here and you guys are here trying to learn, I'm going to give you guys a free gift. This is called my Super LUT package. There's 14 LUTs. You apply them to your log footage on your drone, and it basically turns this to this in an instant depending on what you're doing. So I made 14 of them. It's about a $100 value. I'm going to give that to you guys for free if you guys stick around till the end. So hold on for that. All right, cool. And yeah, I've got my worker Brad. When he comments, it says his name is my name, Chris Newman, but that is him chatting right now. So yeah, these are basically filters, and I'll be giving these away to you guys if you guys stick around at the end as an instant download. You guys excited about that? This is the first time I've ever done that, so hopefully you guys are kind of excited. Okay, here we go. So just talking about what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the different steps, right? There's two basic things. You need to get legal to be able to operate commercially, and then you need to be able to fly the drone in a cinematic way. So we're going to talk about the Part 107. What is it? What are the rules? What do I need to do right now to get ready? And then we're going to talk about the cinematic aspect. And I'm going to go through my actual top cinematic drone shots. I went through all my footage I've ever taken, and I kind of took select shots and made names for all the shots that I get. And I named them, and I'm going to show those to you guys in video form, and it should be really awesome. So, and if that's cool, is it cool if I share a really good offer with you guys at the end? Just give me a yes in the comments if that's cool with you guys. Okay, sweet. All right, awesome. We'll get going now. Okay, so it's a little bit about me, guys. My name's Chris Newman. I have an awesome family. I fly drones for a living. I've been doing it for about 5 years. I've been doing it full time for about 4 years, and my company name is Cinechopper. And absolute dream job. Totally love it. Couldn't ask for anything more. These are just some of the clients that I've had the blessing and opportunity to work for. I've been doing a lot of IMAX stuff recently, a lot of car commercial stuff. Done Animal Planet, Sony, Lexus, Subaru, Mercedes, stuff like that. Had lots of cool opportunities. So I'm not just saying that I know this stuff. I've been doing this stuff for a long time. So my story. So I started as a video guy. Like I said, I started about 15 years ago back in high school, just kind of messing around with stuff. And I ended up getting a job in Southern California for a place called Drum Channel. And I worked there for a bit doing video stuff. I worked at a TV show as well in Utah before that. Then I moved to Texas. And in Texas is where I kind of hit rock bottom. I was doing kind of like lower end video production stuff, which was fine. But I was just not happy. I had no passion. And this once, we used to have passion for this video, and it just kind of went away. And I really thought to myself, well, what am I going to do? Like, I just hate where I'm at. Don't like my boss. Don't like my situation. What can I do? And I actually thought about just becoming a windmill technician, like for real, like doing a hard labor kind of a job. And that's where I was at in my life. And so, have you guys been in that situation before? Maybe you guys are there before, or you have been there before. That's when I kind of hit rock bottom. I was like, maybe there's something else out there. And so kind of during this time, I came across a blog post by a guy named Devin Graham, or Devin Supertramp on YouTube. And this blog post, this is when he was first starting. This is back in 2011. This is 5 years ago. Holy cow. And he said, I've run into so many people, even friends, who talk about what they really want to do with their lives, but they never take that step. I think so many people have the potential to do what they want in life. However, they, for whatever reason, never use that power within them. And this really struck me, and I realized that throughout my life, I was just kind of going with the flow. I wasn't making goals, and I wasn't actually living to my full potential. And so I thought, what is my full potential? What do I really want to do? Because what I'm doing right now is not working. I didn't have specific goals, and it was leading me to a place where I wasn't happy and not fulfilled. And so that really kind of struck me. The next thing that happened while I was in Texas, this is like a few days later, I came across a video on Vimeo from these guys called the Copter Kids. And these are some of the earlier guys who were flying single rotor helis with cameras on them, but they were getting shots that were cinematic, that just flowed, and their work was so good. And I thought, that's what I want to do. I'm capable of that. I'm going to make this happen. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to make this happen somehow. I don't know how much it costs, how much I have to sacrifice, but that's what I felt like I was supposed to do. So what did I do next? I made a goal. And the very first thing I did was I bought cinechopper.com. So I did that as kind of a goal to work towards. This didn't happen overnight. This was like kind of a while in the making. And so the goal was that someday I'd fly cameras full-time, make a living at it, be in charge of my own schedule, then we're working for someone else. So I want you guys to make a goal right now, whether it's drone related or not. I don't even care. Just go ahead and make a goal, or at least start thinking about it. And so when I first started, this is before drones even existed, right? Just single rotor helis. And so I had to like just research stuff, and there was like not very much information. There was nobody to really help me out. I did read though that you could fly a flight simulator to kind of learn how to fly the single rotor helis. And the single rotor helis are super hard to fly. If you're just starting out in one of those things, they are super hard to learn how to fly. So I started on that, the flight simulator for a few weeks, started on the small, cheap single propeller, went on to a bigger one. Flew it, crashed it, and got pretty good at flying that. Then once I kind of saved up enough money, I was going to get a huge single rotor heli. I decided to go for a large camera drone. This is my first drone I ever known came out that I saw, which was called the Cinestar 8 that could carry like a 5D Mark II, a gimbal. It was not brushless, so there was vibration and lots of stabilization needs that came out. So I bought it as a kit. And I bought it as a kit for about 10 grand. I was following German to English translated instructions. Took me a month to build it. I remember I had this $800 board I was soldering for the first time, and I'm just sweating, just hoping not to screw it up. I ended up flying and ended up working fine. So anyway, that's kind of how I got started. So the drone industry right now is expanding and exploding. Like the time is just now. If you think you're getting into it too late, like we are really at the beginning of an entire industry right now. And there's all kinds of fields and uses for it, such as aerial video, aerial photo, agricultural, nature, industrial construction, damage inspection, search and rescue, security, full-time employment, 3D modeling, mapping, and many more. So there's lots and lots of things that you can do. So we're going to look at some market data. So this is some market data. This is back in 2013. They said the drone industry was $11.3 billion industry, and by 2020 they're saying it's $140 billion. I think we might have already passed that, or we're heading there. Yeah, so the drone industry in all countries is just kind of exploding right now, which is totally awesome. This is a really cool graph from Gartner. What's it called? Gartner Research. And basically it shows you when they think different technologies are going to kind of plateau in popularity and things like that. And autonomous vehicles and mobile robots as UAVs basically right there. And so we're at the very beginning of this roller coaster. So if it's that blue dot, you're looking at about a 5 to 10 year before it hits the top of that peak. So pretty awesome stuff there. We're just at the very beginning of it right now. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the legal part of it. That's the next thing you have to do. You have to get legal in the United States. And to do that, there's something called the Part 107, which is amazing. I feel like it's a superhero to me for the most part. And so I'm going to talk about that right now. So it's basically called the Small Unmanned Aircraft Rule, or Part 107. So when people say that, that's what they're talking about. The way that you get into it is so much better than it used to be. Before, you had to do a 333 exemption, which you had to wait at least 6 months. I ended up waiting a year. I never even got mine. You had to have a mail certificate. You had to have a 3-man crew. You had to notify a NOTAM, all this kind of stuff. And currently, you get what's called a remote pilot certificate. You basically take a knowledge test, get a TSA background check, driver's license. All you need is a driver's license. You don't need a spotter. You don't need a NOTAM. And you just need to contact the airport if you're within 5 miles, depending on your airspace. So it's like so much easier now than it used to be. And so this has been totally awesome for people getting into this that want to fly out, fly commercially. So requirements for a non-pilot. So if you're not flying full-size airplanes right now, you need to be at least 16. Read, speak, write in English, physically and mentally be able to operate a drone, pass an aeronautical test at approved FAA testing center, be vetted by the TSA. Then you'll receive your pilot certificate within 10 days after completing the application, and then you'll receive like a driver's license type thing in the mail, and it's pretty legit and looks really governmental and official. It's really cool. So if you are a current pilot, so if you guys are out there, you guys are already flying and all that good stuff, you need to take an online test, and it's really, really easy. Like, there's like no wrong answer kind of a thing. So this is if you're a current pilot. A lot of guys are taking this test and they think that that's what they need, but this is actually not. It is only if you're a current pilot. So go to FAAsafety.gov, and then you take all that stuff. Then you go to the FSDO, which is your flight district office in your local area, and get your temporary certificate. And then this is what it looks like on FAAsafety.gov if you are a pilot. If you're not a pilot, you guys can still go there and take about 30% of the actual Part 107 exam is kind of covered in that material on there. So you don't have to be a pilot to go and take it for fun and to practice. So that is an option for you guys to do there. Okay, so we're going to talk about some of the stuff that you need to know for the actual Part 107. This is stuff that is on the test. It has to be less than 55 pounds max. So that's your drone and your payload, everything together. You must fly line of sight. Don't fly over people who are not part of your shoot. No flying at nighttime, but they do have waivers now to get that, which is really cool. You must yield to other aircraft. You must have a visual observer, but that's not really the case, though. You do have to kind of learn that for Part 107. You can't be faster than 100 miles an hour, which is not a big deal for most people. And then you have to be below 400 feet AGL. So if you're on top of a roof, you can fly 400 feet up from a roof. If you're on a mountain, you can fly 400 feet up from a mountain. It's basically 400 feet up from where you are. Okay, so a few extra things. You have to have a weather visibility of at least 3 miles. This is all stuff that's on the test, guys, so this is good to know. Operations in Class B, C, D, and E airspace are allowed with required air traffic control permission. That's kind of changed a little bit. They have an online portal that they want you to go to now, but it's not really working, so it's an issue that they're working on right now. Class G airspace is required without ATC permission. So you can fly in Class G airspace, which is basically everywhere else. You can't fly 2 drones at one time under one Part 107. No operations from a moving aircraft. Not sure why you'd need to. No operations from a moving vehicle unless the operation is over a sparsely populated area. So I use this all the time for films and for chasing cars and stuff like that. I'm in the sunroof of my Subaru Outback, and I've got assistant driving, and my camera operator's camera operating. I've got the director in the back seat, and we're just cruising. And it's always over a sparsely populated area. No careless or reckless operations. Don't carry hazardous materials. And a few more things you have to do. Perform a pre-flight inspection. Do not fly if you have a physical or mental condition that would interfere with the safe operation of your drone. If you're from a foreign place, you can operate under Part 375. And you can carry things on your drone if the item is securely attached and doesn't affect flight. You can carry cargo that weighs less than 55 pounds if it's line of sight and if it's not from a moving vehicle or aircraft. And most of the restrictions above are waivable if you can demonstrate that it can be done safely. So you basically have to write up very kind of lawyerish what you're going to do to address all the different safety issues, and then you submit to the FAA, and they let you know if you passed or you didn't, or if you need to add more information to it. Okay, but how much does it cost? So it costs $150 to take the test. It says anti-collision lighting $32. I don't know what the heck that is. This is from the FAA. They don't charge you for that. I'm not sure they have it there. But so yeah, it's $150 if you're not a current pilot and you're just going. You take that every 2 years, and you have to take the test every 2 years. You can take it. If you fail it, you have to wait 2 weeks, pay another $150. But if you pass it, it's every 2 years. If that makes sense. A few more things. What's on the actual aeronautical test? So, All regulations relating to just the basic rating privileges and flight operation, talking about different airspaces, aviation weather, loading and performance, emergency procedures, crew resource management, radio communication procedures, determining the performance of a small unmanned aircraft, physiological effects of drugs and alcohol. Like you have to know how long it takes for alcohol to wear off, how long it takes, till you get convicted of a marijuana offense before you can apply, like all this kind of stuff. Aeronautical decision making and judgment, airport operations, maintenance and pre-flight inspection procedures. Excuse me. So, first thing you guys need to do before you do this is you need to obviously study for the test. This test is hard. It's like it's hard, and different people get it. So when you go and take it, you're given totally different questions than the guy that's next to you. So it's like totally random. They have a pool of like 240 questions or something that they pull from. So you have to really, really study for this test. And they try and trick you on the questions. So you have to like really know the material to cut through their trickiness. So what you can do is you can take the course to practice on. That's at FAAsafety.gov if you want. But like I said, that's only about 30% of the actual material that's going to be on the test. So you wouldn't pass the test if you just practice that. And to sign up for the actual test, you go to www.catstest.com, and that's where you call them up, you pay them, and you find a local testing center, and they call the testing center and set up the test for you, and then you go out and take your test. So they kind of help you out with that. It's actually really quite nice. So just an optional thing, you need a way to study this. The FAA doesn't have good study guides for everything else. So I actually created a Cinetropper drone boot camp. Just finished it up. We put about 3 months of work into it and a lot of time. We spent a lot of time making it nice and short so that you're not sitting there for 10 hours, going through this material or even longer. You're getting the same material but very, very fast. And it's all the stuff that you need. And that goes for about $250. Now, don't buy that right now. I have something special for you guys at the very end. But here's just a couple of screenshots of some of the testing and of some of our material, talking about you have to learn how to read charts. Like I'd never seen a chart before, and I had to learn how to read it and see what different classes of airspace meant and what it means and what all that kind of stuff is. It's like learning a new language, and you just got to study it and get the hang of it, but it's definitely doable. Talk about weather, stable, unstable, all that kind of stuff. Matthew's saying, what if you have a suspended driver's license? Will that affect your application? I don't think so. I don't think that that they need that. Oh yeah, someone's saying lighting is for night flights. Yeah, so basically, if you get a night waiver, you're supposed to have anti-collision night lights, and if you fly between 30 minutes before dusk and after dusk, which is called civil twilight, which you'll learn in part 107, you're supposed to have those lights on as well. Oh yeah, if you guys are having issues connecting or anything, there should be a button on the bottom that says reconnect. So Brad, if you can remind people of that if they're having issues. Okay, he is. All right, sweet. Thanks, Brad. Okay, but what will happen in the drone industry, right? So before we basically have a whole bunch of guys who can now fly, because the actual ability, like flying the drone, is not the hard part. It's still a definite skill you need to learn. I think that most drones handicap people with the GPS functions. It's my personal opinion. I feel like you should fly in attitude mode, which is like manual mode where you don't have the GPS. But you need to be able to fly in a good way so that you don't crash, and you can fly indoors without GPS and all that stuff. But just because you can fly doesn't mean that you can get good cinematic dynamic shots that's going to get you hired, right? That's going to make you money. That's not going to get you anywhere just because you have the gear. You have to be able to use it. So we're going to talk about some of the cinematic aspects right now, and you got to love Weird Al. Okay, so filming cinematically. So this is kind of like some of the history. So this thing on the left is called a dolly. Basically, any move that you see during a film or like where the camera's moving left or right or forward or backwards, that's called a dolly. You take that, you put a jib on it, and you've got kind of an up and down movement and 360 degrees. And that's where you add a flying machine and you, of course, get a drone. And so that's what really got me excited. Since I kind of have a filmmaking video background, I said, oh my gosh, like the director can say, I want you to fly across the trees, wrap around that Ferrari with the actress in it, and then pull back and then follow her as she takes off into the sunset. And whereas before I'd be like, okay, it's going to cost $100,000. We have to get a full size heli, all this insurance, all this stuff, and it's going to be a nightmare. Whereas with this, boom, pop up, do it, multiple takes, super safe. It's really an amazing cinematic tool. Okay, so for fun, I love to look for drone shots in movies. That's kind of like my hobby. I go out and watch movies, and I pinpoint the drone shots, even like the latest Star Wars or whatever it is. Here's a few of them: Skyfall, Wolf of Wall Street, Harry Potter was one of the first ones. This was using single propeller helis back in like 2001. So yeah, really, really cool stuff. They're definitely being used a lot more. So it's super, super awesome to look for those. Okay, guys, hope you guys are ready for this. Hopefully the video plays back okay for you guys. We got our new software right now, this webinar software, so I hope it works good. Let me know if you guys have any issues or anything like that. So the first one is the static moving shot. This is your basic drone shot where you're pushing forward, you're going pretty fast, or you can go slow if you're like going between trees or whatever, but just kind of like a good wide shot. Whenever you shoot somewhere, you want to get a wide shot, a medium shot, and a tight shot. That's called shot coverage. Just remember that, guys. Shot coverage, wide, medium, tight, whatever you're filming. Get a wide shot of the whole neighborhood for the house. Get a shot of the house itself. Get a shot of a close-up shot of the house. You want to get all that kind of variety. So I'm going to show you guys some shots right now. Let me know how this video plays back for you guys. I haven't tested this part out yet, so here we go. Okay, I'm back. Can you guys hear me? Yes, it was supposed to mute me when that video was playing. Is everything backwards for you guys on the screen there? Or is it just me? That is really weird. All right, let me know if that's backwards for you guys or not. Okay. All right, it's like reversed on my screen, so I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go to the next shot. Here we go. The next one is the twist and shout. So where you start climbing above the object and use GPS. I like to use GPS on this one so that you don't kind of vary off of them. And you look straight down and you twist the entire drone using your left stick or the pan as you're climbing. Or if you have a dual operator setup, you have your camera operator start twisting. And you just kind of start off kind of slowly, and then you gradually gain speed as you climb. And you don't want to go too fast because it gets the viewer very, very dizzy, and it's very crazy. So this is a great one to do. Super impactful, super easy to do. But be careful what you fly over. I have a shot I'm going to show you. I flew over a girl in this beautiful pool in Hawaii on the ocean, this natural pool. And we had, we talked about it. And actually, one thing I did that was safe is as I flew up, I went off of her by about 10 feet. So if the drone were to fall, it wouldn't fall directly on her. So you got to be super, super careful. Don't fly over kids, dogs, people in general, cars, whatever. Be careful, guys. Okay, here we go. Let's get going on the next one, guys. This is bird eye. Oh, sorry, twist and shout. Here we go. All right, and we're back. What'd you guys think of those shots? Give me a shout out in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. That last shot was for Sony in Hawaii. I was flying their huge f55 camera. Super, super fun. Um, cool. Yeah, so that's a really kind of an easy shot to do. You can do it yourself or with a dual operator. Really, really quite easy. So let's get to the next shot, shall we? Our next shot is called the forward tilt down. So where the drone moves straight over the object and the camera tilts down and tracks the object. I like to use it for buildings, high stuff like that. It's just really kind of a cool, epic shot. So here we go. We're going to do forward tilt down. Here we go. Loading this up right now. All right, what did you guys think about those shots? As you can see, I used it a few times where I was like following somebody on a motorcycle, or coming up to the Biltmore Estate or whatever, just a big old building. Super, super fun. Really quite an easy shot. You can do the single operator mode too, so you can do it on any drone that you can buy. Just make sure that you take your tilt knob that you have on your transmitter and make sure you work on the gain setting so that it's nice and smooth and slow, so that it's not jerky. Once you jerk a shot, the shot is over. Just so you guys know. Okay, here we go. Next one is a 360 wraparound. Hope you guys are having fun. I definitely am. Okay, here we go. 360 wraparound is where you basically just rotate 360 degrees around the object. The camera stays focused on the object. It shows off the features of the object. It makes a great hero shot, which means you've got like your hero, a car on the edge of a cliff, a hunter on the edge of a cliff, or in the middle of a field, whatever, and you just wrap around them and you follow them. This used to be more difficult. The shot I'm going to show you, we filmed in Iceland. It was the only time that like the rain and the snows and the sun came out, or the rain and snow stopped and the sun came out for like 20 minutes, and we had 2 takes to get this shot, and the wind stopped too. And super difficult shot to do manually. Now the drones have something called point of interest feature, where it keeps the person in the middle of the frame as you wrap around them much easier now than it used to be. So here we go for this shot right now. This is definitely a 2-person shot unless you have the POI mode, which pretty much all drones have right now. So here we go, 360 wraparound. Okay, what'd you guys think about those shots? Or that single shot. So basically, also when you're filming is you want to make sure you're in the right place, right? You don't want to be in the shot so that you're seen. So you want to try and hide yourself as best as possible. I was hiding on the cliff next to Devin there, but as I went around Devin, I raised up so my camera operator could look down and track him without getting us in the shot. Yes, and that shot can be called an orbit as well. It definitely can be. Okay, next one is the tilt up reveal. This is where you move super fast forward. The camera slowly tilts up. Great for establishing shots. I like to be nice and low to the ground for this. Sometimes like over the flowers, and you tilt up to reveal the area or whatever. This is good for like water, like if you're filming a boat or something, you can just nice and low in the water, nice super slow tilt up, like so incredibly slow, as you're just cruising forward. Really impactful shot. So here we go. Tilt up reveal. Right now, here we go. Okay, so what did you guys think about those? Some pretty cool shots. I also did some reverse. I cheated a little bit. I put some tilt down shots in there as well. But yeah, so it's a pretty simple shot, but it's very, very effective. Okay, let's get to our next shot here. All right, this is called the close-up and pull away. Is where you move close to the object and you pull back fast in the way, and the camera focuses on the object the entire time. Just use your camera on your drone, your iPad, whatever, to make sure that you don't hit the object, of course, or hit people or whatever. Be super, super safe about it. But really quite an easy shot that can be very, very cinematic and stunning. So here we go. We got our close-up and pull away. Okay, what do you guys think about those shots? Some pretty awesome shots there. Um, yeah, so really quite, excuse me, really quite awesome shot, close up and pull away. Not very hard to do. You can do it without a dual operator setup. One thing I like to do is I'm pulling out, I like to do a nice slow tilt up to go to the horizon. So whatever I'm looking at on the ground, I pull out and just do a nice slow tilt up, no jerks, till I can see the horizon there. And that's definitely a good one. So, okay, so here we go. Followed shot. And this is where I fly back with the object as it follows me. So I fly out to it and come towards myself as far as point of view. And the camera focuses on the object. This one's easier to do with two people for sure, like a dual camera operator setup. So we're going to look at the followed shot. Okay, here we go. Oh. All right, so that's definitely some fun shots there. A little bit tricky, like I said. You'd probably want to have a camera operator for this one, especially if you're flying around buildings. That last shot was for Mercedes. Super fun shot. I think I've seen it on the TV a couple times. But yeah. All right, next shot we got here is the chase shot. So it's basically the reverse of that. You're chasing the object instead of pulling back. I like to kind of chase the object, and then once it gets kind of far away, I lift up, and then just kind of like watch it go off into the distance. So here we go for our follow chase shot. All right, so let me know what you guys think about those shots in the comments. Yeah, so you're just chasing things. Like I said, I like to kind of lift up and kind of take off. This one you can do single mode as well as like dual operator mode, where one person's got one controller controlling the camera, the other person's got the flying the actual drone. So some really good stuff. Yeah, that was sandboarding in Peru is where I filmed that one at. That was really fun. Okay, guys. So, you guys are sitting here and you're watching this training on your computer and you're learning about how easy it is to start operating commercially. You've also learned that drones are easy to fly and that you can get amazing solid drone shots is the only way possible that you can have a viable drone business. She might be wondering, like, how can I take the things that I've taught you today and turn this into extra income or even a full-time gig? Well, the best way to do that is by enrolling in something called Cinechopper Drone University. You guys have probably heard of it already. But basically, it's an online school that I've created that is showing you everything that I've done to find success, from what drones to buy and up to the business side and everything like that. So I teach you what I do. And what I've taught you today is only about 3% of what's actually in Cinechopper University. We have like 30 hours of content, over 200 videos. There's really quite a lot of information there. So it helps give you the jump start so that you can avoid costly pitfalls and gets you up and going fast. So basically you need a way to get above and beat out your competition. And right now is the best time to get started. But only the ones who can fly in a cinematic way and get good shots are the ones that are going to get the work. And so that's what I teach. That's the only way that you can make it. And so I've been super fortunate to be able to do this myself, and it's been really, really amazing. Okay, so what will it help you do exactly? Navigate FAA laws, buy the right gear, fly with precision, film cinematic drone shots, create an impactful, stunning demo reel. That's how you can actually get work. Navigate the business side of the industry, get jobs, and then make money. So if that's what you want to do, this is specifically for you. And so here's how we're going to do it. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go through some of the modules really quick. I'm not going to show you guys everything because that would take all night. But I was going to kind of go through it and so you guys can get a feel for what it's like. So we've got 5 different modules here. First one is called Getting Started. So first of all, we have this really cool map where all the members can go and plot your point. We have members across the whole world now, and we have a lot more in the US than shows on this map. This map is pretty old. But you can plot your point there if you want, find people in your local community. I teach you how to fly a Nano QX, which is I recommend starting with this drone. Since it doesn't have a GPS, you really have to learn your skills much better. I teach you how to fly. So I have a drone training little course here. These are the same things that I did to learn how to fly. And like I said, you want to fly And GPS is okay to start, but then you want to end up flying in non-GPS because that's where the real skill comes in. I also have quizzes kind of throughout to kind of test your knowledge of the different stuff that I teach. I have a pre-flight checklist. I have a bunch more stuff in that first section there. Module 2 is understanding the drone. So I kind of just go over some of the basics. I don't cover all the nitty-gritty of like each and every drone because there's so many drones out there right now. But I kind of go over like how to change the Inspire camera speed and stuff like that so you get nice smooth shots. How to get panoramic shots for photography, stuff like that. How to deep cycle batteries. Deep cycling is very, very important for all the DJI batteries since they're smart batteries, or else your drone will fall out of the sky. I have an Inspire 1 camera operator training. I have a smart power charge talking about different charging options, stuff like that. Talk about point of interest, how that kind of works. And I have a really quick video on 3D mapping and how to do that with your drone. Like I said, I have an aerial panoramic photography photo tutorial where I teach you how to go up, take all the photos, and then I teach you how to stitch them together in the software and combine them. And now this is one of our members. This is his first panoramic he did, Scott Rennie out of Hawaii, and he totally nailed the tutorial. Doesn't that look amazing? He took that with his Phantom 3 professional drone. Super awesome. Okay, I also do like some comparisons between different cameras and drones like that so you guys can get a good idea for what you want to buy. I have an kind of Phantom 3 unboxing. All the same principles kind of apply to all of the drones for the most part. Talking about the Pilot app and there's, you know, that DJI drones come with a flight simulator built in. That's pretty awesome. I talk about that. I talk about some flight maneuvers that you can do to practice before you even start flying. Talk about your first flight. What's an ND filter and a polarizer for a P3? What does that mean? Talk about a 3DR solo. They're not really around anymore. Pre-flight checklist. I have a bunch of older videos from an S1000 drone. If you like to kind of like do it yourself kind of stuff, I've got all of these videos. Like I include like how to solder, how to work with regular LiPo batteries, all that kind of stuff. Okay, now we're getting into the really good valuable stuff. So this is the module 3. This is the cinematic drone film school. And so I talk about composition and framing and how it applies to drones and how you should frame things. I talk about focal length and when you should use different focal lengths and what that means. I talk about drone shot coverage like I was talking about before. I talk about cinematic drone shots explained. So I kind of do what we're talking about, but I go into more depth and more detail about the different shots. And I actually show, like me on the whiteboard, then I show me actually performing the shot, and you see what my fingers are doing there as well. So that's just kind of an example there. Okay, so we also have the cinematic shots that I shared with you. I think we actually have like 14 cinematic shots now. Today we only covered about 7 of them. I talk about working on a film set and what that entails. Talk about how to fly in wind and some tips for that and still be able to get the shot. How to fly from a boat. How to film a house. What's the best time of day to go out? What kind of shots do I recommend? Also talking about my top 5 camera operator transmitter settings to get nice, smooth shots. I talk about optimal camera and lens options. Camera settings explained, like what's ISO, what's shutter speed, what's all that kind of stuff so you guys can get good exposures. Okay, now we're in the post-production section. So the first thing we have here is I actually allow you guys to download all my Iceland footage that I shot when I went out there. 40 minutes of footage, so even if you don't have a drone yet, you can go start editing and practicing working on a demo reel with this footage. So super, super awesome stuff. Next one is editing. So I teach you how to edit in Premiere Pro, how to get started, how to download the software, how to get into it, how to shorten your music so that it works with the edit, because you can't have a 5-minute video. People are going to lose interest. I talk about how to edit to music like a pro. I actually use examples from my own stuff. How to export videos in high quality. How to color correct and make looks. As you can see here, I teach how to do that. How to make an amazing demo reel. This is the most important thing. So this is what's going to get you hired, right, is your demo reel. So I actually walked through my demo reel I was working on at that time and walk you through why I chose the music, how I edit to the beats, and all of that good stuff. So this is some really, really good stuff here. How to post-stabilize using Warp Stabilizer and I've added a bunch more stuff since then. We have something called Feedback Friday, and basically I watch your videos and give you guys feedback on them every other Friday. So I'll talk more about this a little bit later. Okay, this is module number 4, which is behind the scenes. So I have recorded, I think I have like 35 behind the scenes. So basically I'll do a professional commercial shoot. I'll go out, I'll record it with GoPros, with behind the scene cameras. You're hearing me talking to the director. You're hearing me talking to my camera operator. This one is with one of the Lost actors. I shot this in Puerto Rico. Yeah, it was super cool. But we had some issues. We had some major issues. This is back in the heyday. I mean, in the you do it yourself kind of drones. We had some issues with some stuff, so you get to experience all that. Here's that behind the scenes from that Mercedes shoot that I showed you guys just recently. So you've got a GoPro shot. That's the bigger shot right there from my head, and then you've got the actual shot from the actual footage, so you can see what it looks like. Then right here we have the director of photography, or DP for short, is what they're called. And he's kind of discussing the shot that he is looking for. He wanted me to come over the wires and then come down to the car. And so you hear me talking to him. You hear me talking to my camera operator, talking to the director. You kind of hear what it's like to actually be out there and to be on a shoot. And just a few of the other behind the scenes. I've got all kinds. I've got real estate stuff, house stuff, big landscape stuff. Here's the piano guy that did their evolution. Their Batman video. I got a shoot here. This is Sony Hawaii shoot. I had the drone on like day 4 or 5 tipped over into my legs. Had to go to the hospital, like 35 stitches. A good reminder that even if you've been doing this forever, you can still get hurt by these things, and they're very dangerous. So that was with 18-inch propellers. Anyway, you get to experience all that. We got Mercedes behind the scenes, which is what this is right here. We've got, let's see, Lexus, Iceland, New Zealand. This is the bridge on the Shire Hobbiton of the Hobbit. I flew Devin Graham's $60,000 camera underneath the Hobbiton Bridge right there, which is fun. Some more New Zealand stuff, and then I added a whole bunch of recent ones as well. And like I said, I've got like 35 of those. Okay, so this is the business side. So I've got like videos on how to determine your day rate, how to build an online presence, how to get liability insurance and whole coverage insurance. I'll talk more about that in a second. I go through how to build your website using my favorite website builder that's incredibly easy and very, very affordable. We have business call scripts. So these are scripts from some of our members that they currently use and to call up people and are successful with getting jobs for real estate or for businesses or whatever. So I include that here. We've also got email templates for, mining, agricultural, construction, real estate. This is from one of our members as well. Michael Fisher sent this in for all of the members. We have an amazing community. I'll talk more about that in a second. How to set up PPC ads. So I sent one of my guys, he's like a marketing guru. So PPC is pay-per-click. That's how you can get work and jobs through advertising. And he's been using this to get drone jobs, which is totally awesome. So I bought him like a microphone and all kinds of stuff. He recorded this at his house and edited it together for you guys to watch, so you can learn how to do some of your own marketing and stuff like that. It's super awesome. Oh, this is amazing. So I came up with basically what you should charge depending on how much experience you have, if it's a half day, full day, hourly rate, and what drone you're flying. And I had this calculator, and one of our members helped me put it together in an Excel sheet, so it's an actual calculator. So if you have a job that you need to quote, you just throw it into the calculator, and then boom, you can do discounts, whatever you want. It's totally awesome. We have the drone jobs website. So I have a whole bunch of websites that are for getting drone jobs. So you can sign up at all those different places. All right. So you guys are basically getting the exact system that I use. These are the things that I followed and I did to find my success. So what's the price? You're all asking, I'm sure. If I were to do like a personal consultation or training, like if I was to come out and like train a company or some people for private training for a week or whatever, I would charge about $5,000 at least. If you're going to be taking film school like Full Sail or anywhere like that, they charge like $46,000 to $80,000 a year for those schools. So this drone school should be equally, if not more, valuable to you because I take everything that you need to know. It's applicable to the industry. I'm working in the industry myself, and I'm teaching you everything that you need to know. All right, but it's way more affordable. So I priced it at $14.97 because I wanted to keep it low so that you could just do a few drone jobs and have it paid off. But for tonight, since you guys are here for the next about 17 minutes or so, I'm going to sell it for half that price for $7.97, or you can do 6 monthly payments of $167. But if you pay in full, you save about $205. So I'm going to pop this up right now. And I got one more thing as well in 1 second. So I'm going to pop something up. You guys should see that. Let me know if you guys see this right now. Okay, it should be up in a second there. So hey, can you guys give me a yes? If you guys can see that. Give me a yes. Okay, sweet. All right. Awesome. Okay, so if you guys sign up tonight, I'm going to give you guys Part 107 boot camp included. I've never done this before, so I'm going to give you guys the Part 107 boot camp. That gets you ready for the Part 107 so you can operate commercially. Like I said, it's a value of $250, and it's going to be included if you purchase in the next 17 minutes. So I'll throw that in there for you guys. Okay, so this is what it looks like. If you guys click on that link, you should see something like this, or actually, this is for, if you don't see a link, you can go to cinechopperuniversity.com. Here, I'll just type it out right here for you guys. Okay, and then that's what it looks like. You can just hit on purchase. But if you guys click on the link, it should look more like this. So you can hit, this is the full-time price right here, and then you've got the one-time price and the 6 monthly payment price. So that's where you guys can get set up right there. So what do members think about Cinechopper Drone University? So, like I said, we're down to we got about 15 minutes and 30 seconds till that deal is up with the Part 107. Okay, so this is Steve Smith. He says, CCU was one of the most beneficial decisions I've made with my company, hands down. I've had several years of training and running a business, but the one thing I was lacking was not just the know-how, but the know-how to do it and to make it look spectacular. I know what you're thinking, another online scam, but it's not. The investment paid for itself in the first 2 months when I landed my first job. That job led to another and another and another, etc. It's not just a class, it's a network of professionals who are there for you when you need them most. Now, almost a year later, I'm booked out for the next year. Possibilities are endless, opportunities limited. Don't wait until it's too late. That's one of our awesome members, Steve Smith with Drone Pro Cinema out of Colorado. And yeah, he's one of our awesome members. Okay, so if you guys want to make a living flying drones, and if you want to get epic cinematic drone shots and be part of a super supportive, family-like drone community, and if you want to build a drone biz that attracts clients very fast, then cinechopperuniversity.com is what you need to do. I built it just for you guys. But it still gets better, guys. So on top of the great bargain and the great lessons that you're getting, I'm going to give you guys the best guarantee ever. So I'm going to give you guys a 30-day money-back guarantee. And if by the end of that time you decide it's not for you, let me know and I'll give you a full refund, no questions asked. But it still gets better. So this is an exclusive feature. So we offer discount and liability on whole insurance. And I'm teamed up with Skyviews All Risk and UAV Protect. And we can give a 10% discount for Cinechopper University members who complete Cinechopper University and receive your Part 107 remote pilot license. Looks like you guys are not seeing a link. Okay, so just go. So go to cinechopperuniversity.com and there should be a link. Let me know. Can you guys see a link or not? Some people are saying that you guys can't. So let me know. Okay. All right. Looks like we got a few members coming in. Welcome, welcome. Okay, here we go. So one thing that's cool about this insurance is that they don't charge per drone. They insure the entire fleet. So you're not paying for each thing. And then the insurance agent is in our group. So if you have any questions or anything, he's ready to go right there. So this is an awesome perk for members only. Super, super cool. All right, so but it gets even better. So if you guys are members, you guys are invited to an exclusive member-only Las Vegas Cinetroper University meetup group training. I don't charge for this. I'll probably start charging for in the future, but for current members that sign up, you'll not be charged for this. Basically, NAB, National Association of Broadcasting, is in Vegas every April, and we all meet out there and we go out to this dust field. Last year, I had a bunch of drift cars come out and we filmed them, just had fun getting cool drift shots. So planning on doing something similar or the same thing this year. So that's for members only. Last time I had people saying, hey, can I please come? I'm not a member, but can I come? I had to be sorry, members only. So super, super cool. All right. Also, like I was saying before, I do something called Feedback Friday. So I personally critique your work every other Friday. You create a demo reel, like a 3-minute demo reel. You send it in. I review it. I screen capture myself giving suggestions, change the music, change the pacing, change the tempo, change the shot, whatever it is. I tell you and help you guys get up and going fast. I also do other people's demo reels at the same time, so you guys can learn from each other and get accelerating super, super fast. Okay, but we're still not done. Another exclusive feature is something called our private Facebook members only group. So we have 900, I think like 950 members right now, and it's seriously an amazing, friendly community. You get your answers to questions super fast. I've even had questions on there about some. I have a shoot coming up for Oreo in New York City. I had some questions about some FAA kind of like flight restriction stuff. And we've got a whole bunch of like pilots and FAA guys in there too, who are super awesome that help out. And seriously, like if you've ever been on like a drone forum, and you ask someone like, hey, how are you guys getting work, whatever, like you get flamed. Like people are very protective about what they do. It's the opposite in this awesome drone community. It is really, really awesome. All right, did I cut out, guys? Can you guys hear me? All right, let me know. Okay, you guys are saying no sound. Okay. All right. And one more thing, you get a certificate of completion, which is very, very cool. And you need that to get your discount on your drone insurance as well. Okay, so there's another one of our members. His name is Albert Palenko with Revolt Cinematic Media. He says, Cinetroper University was one of the best investments I've ever made in myself and my business. The in-depth knowledge I gained from Chris Newman, who's truly a leader in the aerial cinematography world, took me from absolute beginner, not even owning a multi-rotor, to well on my way to becoming professional now in an unbelievable amount of time. I quit my job and started my own video production company full-time because I fell in love with aerial cinematography and was able to apply much of what I learned from Cinetroper University. I'm now being paid very well and get to travel doing both aerial and ground video. I'd recommend this course for anyone who is serious about adding aerial cinematography to their list of skills. Aside from the course, the private Facebook group has been an invaluable where other professionals and those aspiring to be can communicate directly with Chris. Truly a brilliant and well thought out resource that he keeps adding to. Thank you, Chris, for making this knowledge available to us. Super awesome testimonial there. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but he quit his job and started his own video production company because of the stuff that he started to learn in Cinetroper Drone University. So it really is an amazing place. Okay, so just kind of to recap here. By the way, we're only going to do our first 15 people tonight. We have a whole bunch of people in here. So first 15 people will get this deal with the Part 107 boot camp, with the Vegas meetup and the discount and on the liability insurance, all of that stuff. So, okay, I'm going to start getting some questions. Let's start getting some questions. Is this course only available online or a bundle of DVDs or download? It is online only, Lewis. So let me know if you have any questions about that. Let's see. So I'm gonna start going through some questions right now for you guys. Let's see. Anybody have any questions about the school? And then I'll get on the other ones really quick here. Let me just go through them really quick. Okay. Okay, here's a link if you guys need to get to SinnaChopperUniversity.com. Just hit the purchase button if you guys don't see the offer. How do I know you're in the top 15? I'm counting them right now. Okay, let's get to some questions here. How long would it take to make money from the course? Brandon, it totally depends on your current skill level of cinematography, how long it takes to do that. Some people can do it quickly. Some people can do it, it takes longer. It just totally depends on your connections and your experience and stuff like that. What's the Super Let's Look package? Oh, I'm giving that away to everybody here. So you guys all get that for being here. Thanks for being here, guys. Let's see. We're down to about 6 minutes, 35 seconds for signups. Like I said, we're only going to accept 15 people. I think we're up to about 8 people right now. So welcome, everybody. Looks like welcome, Luis. Congratulations on joining the community, guys. I'll welcome you guys to the group if you guys get into the Facebook group tonight. You'll be getting an email with that information very shortly. What kind of criminal charges would cause failed background check? That's a good question. I had someone that said that they had something pretty serious, and I researched it on a UAV website, and they said that I think you have to do something pretty bad, like terrorism type stuff, to not be able to get a drone, like that kind of level. Like they just don't want you to be a terrorist kind of a thing. I think that's kind of what I got out of it, Jimmy. I think felony is okay. Bob says, I'm on the dashboard now. Do I just start with each course and resume when I have time? Yes. So you kind of go at your own pace. Make sure you request to get in on the Facebook group, Bob, and we'll get you in there. Am I teaching Premiere Pro 2017? I'm teaching, it's a 2016. I believe it's got all the newer features that you'd need. 2017 has a few more things, but not really particular with kind of the basic editing type stuff. That hasn't changed. How long does it take to pass the class? It takes, like I said, there's quite a bit of content in there. You don't have to look at everything. Like I have lots of behind the scenes you can learn from, stuff like that. I'd say maybe a week of just kind of going through the content. Can we study as much as we need to pass the FAA test? Yes, you can. Yep, you can study as much as you need to pass the FAA test. Am I having any more webinars? I'm not sure at this point. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. He said, very, very fine presentation. All right. Thanks, Luis. Welcome. All right. We got a few. Let's see. We got a few more new members here. Welcome, everybody. And once again, if you guys stick around, let's see. Let me see how many people we got here. Okay, we got 10 people in here. So we only got 5 spots left. So if you guys want to jump in, we got 3 minutes, 55 seconds. Then I'll send you guys, I'll give you guys a link to download those Superlets I was telling you guys about, which work for it's called for log footage. Let's see. Welcome. We got a bunch of people here. It's like Kyle, Bob, George, Sam, Alex, Shiloh, Kevin, Michael, Brian, Luis, Sean, Keaton, Nagger, Nagger, N-A-G-G-E-R, and Aaron. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the school. Good to have you guys. Make sure you guys check your email and get the link to go join the private Facebook group, and we'll welcome you guys to the members. Seriously, it's an amazing group. Absolutely love it. Where do we request to be invited to the Facebook page? So there should be a link. It's like the first or second video when you go to the first module, Bob, and there should be a link there. You'll also be getting an email with all that stuff in it. It might come a little bit later. What if you're 9 years old? You can fly. You can't fly commercially, I don't think, until you're, I think it's like, I think you have to be 16. All right, let me see. All right, you should, yeah. So if you guys are signing up right now, you should have the boot camp included as a module. Let me know if you guys do not see that right now. Welcome. We just had someone else sign up. Welcome, Mark. Okay. Okay, let's see. Where do I need to request? Okay. Okay, so you guys will get a link in your email in the next little bit, or it's like the first or second video in the group. What are your thoughts on the Inspire 2? We'll start taking some questions. Okay, we got 2 minutes left, guys. We only have like a few spots left now. Welcome to all of our new members. What are your thoughts? Okay. You're not seeing the boot camp. Okay, I'll make sure. As soon as we're done, guys, I'll go and add you guys to the boot camp. Okay, I'll make sure and get you guys in there. Any discount for vets? Albert, if you guys are having problems buying or anything, problems with cards or anything, with your credit cards or anything, shoot me an email at chris@cinechopperuniversity.com. Or if you have any other questions about the school in general or whatever, chris@cinechopperuniversity.com. Is there a replay? Can we purchase tomorrow? Yes, I will try and get out a replay. I'll do my best to get out a replay. We had some major issues this week with the webinar. I kind of botched it. So, what's the name of the editing software you mentioned? Premiere Pro or Final Cut X is good too. Can you call me or email me? Paul, shoot me an email. That's the easiest way. So chris@cinechopperuniversity.com is my email if you guys want to email me. Have I ever used VR goggles? I have used them actually for my camera operator. So I'm flying the drone and my camera operator is using the VR goggles to nail the shot using his head. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome, I have to say. Okay, Sam says boot camp is showing on his. Okay, so I'm going to go through and double check on all of your guys' stuff. It might show up depending on if you paid in full or if you did the monthly. That's probably what it is. So I'm going to make sure that it's all set up for you guys. Super Let's. Okay, 5 seconds left, guys, to sign up. Okay, and I'm going to keep it open. We still have like one more spot. So we have one more spot open, or maybe it might be 1 or 2. I'm trying to count here. Welcome, guys. Welcome. And I'm going to leave that open right now for you guys. So here we go. Let's pop that up. So once again, just go to cinechopperuniversity.com, hit on purchase if you want to do that, or click the link. And then I'm going to pop up the other offer right now. Lutz is Luts. That's how you spell Lutz. So here's the super lots right now, like I promised, guys. Okay, so you guys should see that right now. Do you guys see that? Give me a yes if you guys can see that. Paul says he's trying. Hey, Paul. Shoot me an email, Paul. Let me know what issues you are having. Do you accept PayPal? Unfortunately not. I have an issue with PayPal. Okay, John, appreciate it. He said I'll shoot an email in a few days. I used to do PayPal, but I can't anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, so Henry, shoot me an email. Maybe there's another way around it. Okay, you guys getting the download links for Lutz? And also, when you guys download it, there's a README file. Click on that, Yeah, you guys can purchase tomorrow. That's fine. So when you guys go look at the link, sorry, when you download the LUTs, open it up, and there's a folder, and one of them says like "Read Me" or something. Read that. There's a link to a video where I explain how to use the LUTs in Premiere. It also works in like DaVinci and also in Final Cut X with a plugin. So I'm on my mobile. How do I download LUTs? It should take you to a website, right? When you click on that link to like a Dropbox or something. So, okay, Paul, shoot me an email. At Chris at cinechopperuniversity.com, and then we'll get to some questions, guys. Let's see. I can't spell this. All right. Okay, what are my thoughts? Let's see. Do you personally always use a camera operator, ever go solo? I do go solo on shoots sometimes. If it's a smaller shoot, I take the Phantom out. I just ordered the Phantom 4 Professional Plus, which has the built-in screen. I'm super excited about that. To start using that myself and just going to get some epic stuff. I just heard a beep or something. Let's see here. So yeah, I do go solo sometimes, but I do use a camera operator a lot. It's just the shots are so much easier to get, and you get them better the first time. It's a more affordable option if I go myself. So usually I'll offer a more affordable option if it's just me. Okay, how do I download Super LUTs? So you should see an offer right now. You guys should see a link. Are you guys seeing the link for it? You probably can't do it on mobile. You have to be on a device. Shoot, hang on. Let me click this link here. I'll paste it here for you guys. Okay, here we go. Here's a link. If you guys click on that link, that should take you to the downloads if you guys are here right now. Glenn says I have the P4 Pro. It's awesome. Yeah, I'm super excited. I flew one just for a little bit the other day. I have the Inspire 1. I have a FreeFly Alta, all kinds of big stuff. Lawrence says, I've had a 333 almost a year now. Pricing is my biggest issue. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky to price it. But that app I have will help with that. What are your thoughts on the Phantom 3 4K? I think it's a great drone. It's a good starter drone. It doesn't have quite the range as the other drones do. But you can get those things for a steal right now. Okay, is there a way to see LUTs before importing them? I don't have a way to do that. I'm sorry. You just have to import them and check them out. I apologize. I'm not sure if there is a system for that. Awesome, Paul. Welcome. Welcome to the group. Ronan says it works on mobile and you can download it. So what kind of money and jobs can you get with the P4? So for the P4, I'll have to get out my calculator that we made for that. Just depends on how long, how many hours, how far the travel distance is, stuff like that. For me, like a full day of like a Phantom 3 or 4 will probably be like $1,000, like an 8-hour day or so. What camera are the LUTs from? LUTs are not from a camera. LUTs are built in color correction software. So I built them in color correction software. Is DJI Mavic Pro a good starter drone? Yeah, it's actually a really good, easy to fly drone. It's incredibly easy to fly. Kind of flies slow. Appreciate it, Brian. All right, we'll see you later, man. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Welcome. Let's see. Any other questions? I'm gonna start going down the list. Hopefully everybody's here. About to buy an intro drone. What do you think? I think if you want to get into video, I recommend like the Phantom 3 Standard just to get going. It's the cheapest drone, or that has a camera on it. Or you can get the Nano QX, which is like $80, ready to fly, or the Inductrix, which is fun. That has a you can get one that has a camera on it for about $200, ready to fly, and fly it around your house in between things with a camera on it, and it's so much fun. I signed up for the university, but having trouble downloading the LUTs. All right, Aaron, shoot me an email, Aaron, and I'll get you squared away if you can't download them. Okay. All right, Paul. Sorry about the bad weather. All right, bye, Larry. Appreciate it, man. Do you have regional leads for drone aerials? Actually, I'm about ready to. I started a site called Drone Unite, but my developer pooped out on me, and it was going to be a way to get leads for drone guys. But I might be combining forces with a guy in Australia that has a very successful program down there that we might convert over. So stay tuned for that. Is there a proper way to fly drones with 2 fingers and not with your thumbs? Yes. Yes, Aaron. I love to fly with 2 fingers. You have so much more control, unless you're using your left your left fingers for the tilt up and tilt down. But I love to use my middle finger for that, and then my 2 fingers to control it. You have much more control doing that. So if you're just starting out, I highly recommend using 2 fingers. Don't use your thumbs. Ronan says, I'm in the UK. It's like 1,500 quid to do your test. You mean to take the commercial test in the UK? Yeah, LUT means lookup tables is what it means. I'm only about 4 weeks into flying, so I'll have to wait and see, but loving the experience. Awesome, man. P4 Pro, I'm looking forward to it. Should get mine soon. Awesome, Wayne. All right, thanks, Sean. Thanks for coming out. Let me do some other questions. I'm going to come down the list. How many drones do I have? I have probably 8 drones. Where do you get background music? Oh, if you guys want to check out this, some of the music that you guys were listening to is by my friend. By the Way, May is his band. And if you enter Cinechopper, you get 40% off of his music. Just if you want it, you can use it for your drone footage, kind of for fun. But if you use it on a commercial projects, it costs a little bit more. But if you just want to use it for like your demo reels and stuff like that, your drone stuff on YouTube, then you can use it for that. So there's that offer that should be up right now. Let's see. Yeah, Mavic Pro is awesome. Just wondering if you'll be touching more on getting licensed legalities of flying. Norberto, yes, that's what the whole Cinechopper University. I've got that, and then I've got the Part 107 boot camp. So check that out. If you're a member, you definitely get that too. Bob says, are drones affected heavily by updrafts over deep canyon type environments? Yes, I've flown over deep canyon environments, and when you fly over that thing, it'll shoot it straight up like 30 or 40 feet sometimes. Pretty crazy. Chris says, second question about music. What's the process of requesting rights for the track? I know there's a lot of good sources for free tracks, but they are never that good. Yeah, so sometimes you can use the artist's music on YouTube. Like they don't care if it's for a demo reel or something like that. I like to use Audio Jungle, stuff like that. But I'm actually working on a really cool project right now that's going to help editors with music and editing and stuff like that. Really cool stuff. So stay tuned for that. Let's see. Oh, hey, I'm going to go back to myself right now. So you guys should see if I can get back to my camera right now. Come on. Here we go. I think I got it back. Turn screen sharing off. Okay, trying to. All right, do you guys see me at all? I'm not seeing myself. All right, we'll just leave it right there. Do you make some settings to make the flights fluid so that the yaw endpoint is slow? Yes, I don't use factory settings. I keep yaw usually about the same, But the tilt for sure, I'll mess with the settings on that. Johan Merlin says, can you still sign up for the university if you're 9 years old? Yes, of course. You can still sign up for it. Any age. We have like a 12-year-old in there. And he just posted the feedback Friday and doing some good stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to get back to this, guys. I don't know how to get back. Yeah. All right. I can't get it to work, I guess. um. All right. Here's our questions page. Okay. So, 16-year-old millionaire, says John. What is an affordable video editing software to start with? Is University mobile device friendly? Yes, it is mobile device friendly. How cool is that? Affordable video editing software. So, actually, I forgot to mention this. Dang it. So, if you guys are members, you guys actually get discounts on Premiere Pro. I actually offer that as a discount. So, you get, you actually sign up as a student, like if you're a student at a university, and so you get the student pricing for that, which is really cool. Final Cut X is great if you're on a Mac and you're on a budget, because it's a one-time fee of like $300 and you're done, and it's super powerful, really good software. So Final Cut X is a good way to go as well. Let's see, is the Phantom series dead now the Mavic's on market? No, the Mavic is good and portable. The problem with the Mavic, it's zoomed in a little bit more, so you're not as wide of an angle. It's still great camera, great lens. I've done comparisons with it. It's totally awesome. I might get one. I want to do a trip to England this year, a business trip in quotations, right? I'm gonna go shoot stock footage. Bring my wife as my assistant, and I have my P4 Pro. I want to take, but that's a little bit big, so I'm thinking about maybe getting a Mavic before I go, which should be fun. Can these LUTs be used in Windows or Mac, or only Mac? On both. They work on both. On PC, Wayne asks, PC, you can use, I'd use Premiere. Final Cut X is not on there. I'd use Premiere on PC for sure. Okay. All right, looks like our questions are kind of slowing down a little bit. I better head out. But just want to say, guys, thank you so much for being here and coming out here to learn. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Even if you sign up or not, I don't care. Just go out and work towards your dreams. I know it's like a super cliche thing to say, and people are saying that like you shouldn't say that or whatever. But that's what happened to me. That's what personally happened to me. I was in a tough spot, and I had a dream, and I worked towards it, and I got to it. And so if I can do it, then you guys can do it too, whether it's drone related or not. I don't care. Go and make it happen. So hope you guys enjoyed that. You guys are now part of my email list, so I'll be sending out emails of cool stuff. I'll be posting one tomorrow. I had a crazy drone crash about 5 years ago on an ice climbing thing on one of my first big, huge crashes. And I almost quit the entire business because I couldn't handle it. I was trying to support my family off this drone business, and I crashed this drone. And it was pretty intense. But I'm glad I kept on flying. Anyway, I'll send that video out tomorrow to you guys, so keep a lookout for that. Todd says, guys, get this course. It's the best. Awesome. All right. Thank you guys so much. And we'll see you guys later.